under wraps.
The Grizzlies did a good job of tech. Towns and Adams, a very physical battle. Beverly lays it in. His average just under 116 a game. Grizzlies 115.6. Minnesota relies heavily on threes. They were +9 in threes in game one. Bain. It's a long two for Desmond Bain, and he ties the game at 3. Follow-through potential for injury. So Vanderbilt shoots 66% from the line. Into the penalty, and get 3 minutes to peel off the clock.
And if you're the Grizzlies, cannot get wrapped up in what is going on with the officiating.
And a savvy move by Morant as he brought his arm up.
Which it ripped through the hands. What do you think about it to this point?
Not yet. Beverly, currently public enemy number 1. Russell trying to up him high, draw a 3-shot foul, and throws it in.
They score, but has the ability to also get to the basket.
Minnesota is very foul prone.
Something that the Grizzlies can
lead with a long one. Morant thought about it. Great give back, a scoop, and a score for Morant. That's what this time. 1 of 2 for Towns, and Minnesota back to
go back into a little 3-2 zone action on this possession.
Chris Finch trying to change it up. Brooks drives on Edwards, banks it in, and the Grizzlies have their first lead of the game.
The lane for Dillon.
And Russell converts the first of 2. And again, Chris Finch staying with his rotations. Towns remains in despite
we're allowed to see the talents of these guys step forward, but they also have to adjust, as we said earlier, to how the whistles are being blown.
Morant from the foul line. Here's a Bain triple way. Oh my! I was gonna say on the free throw line. Another visit with Rob Fisher.
Well, we talked a lot since game 1 about Jaren Jackson Jr. and his availability. Jaren, after game 1, said, I've got to be better. 7 blocks don't mean a thing. If we lose and they put up 130, we got to lower that total score down. Plus, that team takes a lot of charges, kind of like Boston. You got to move around them, Euro, make better moves, and can't fall in their traps because they play good by doing that. He said, I happen to have to be able to do a lot of things, offensively and defensively. I need to do both to help this team win.
Towns runs down Jaren, and nowhere in the whistle either way. To Fish's point, Minnesota's 4th in drawn charges per game. Morant. A Jaren triple. Clark battling Vanderbilt for the rebound.
Could have asked for 2 better looks for Jaren for his first looks from the 3-point line here tonight.
Jaren struggled shooting 0 of 5 from 3. And a foul on Clark, and Towns back to the free throw line.
I think this will be on Jaren Jackson Jr. And what happens, we were talking about defensive positioning. So the Grizzlies play defense when there's a post up and they yell white. They are sending you baseline. Brandon Clark, you can see him there. He's yelling, but the Jaren Jackson Jr. is a step late. So because he's late on the rotation, now he puts himself in position for the foul. If he's there on time, now maybe you're talking about a realistic charge against Karl-Anthony Towns for his 3rd foul.
Malik Beasley, who was a major thorn in the Grizzlies side in game 1 with 23 points, is in. Kyle Anderson in for the Grizzlies. Jaren to the bench. He has 2. Brooks has 2. Adams has 2. Speaking of fouls.
These 2 guys that just came to the game for the Timberwolves. The reason why everybody talked about, of course, what Edwards did, Karl-Anthony Towns number, what Malik Beasley and what Jaden McDaniels did in that basketball game, as much of a reason why the Wolves won as anything.
Towns makes both. Minnesota back to the lead. So Vanderbilt and Russell out, McDaniels and Beasley in. Clark screens for Morant. Block for Zaire Williams. Grizzlies back in front. Morant, his 2nd assist of the game. Towns straight line drive, and again he gets fouled. Towns among the league leaders in and-one opportunities. He drives to the bucket frequently, picks up his share of fouls, and Morant, his second assist. Zaire Williams had a couple of field goals in game one, both of them on alley-oops.
And you see the way that you're going to break down. Look at the defenders. There are 5 defenders in the paint. The only way to find a seam is to go over the top.
Morant attempted 20 free throws in game one. Towns may be headed for similar territory. He's 4 of 5 from the line.
Right now, the reaching, I mean, it's a combination of the two. You got to play better defense so that there aren't as many whistles blown, so that there can be some type of flow to this game. Neither one of these teams excel in the half court, but I think half court basketball will play more into the Timberwolves' hands because of the individual players that they have.
Yeah, because Edwards can create shots on his own. Russell can create shots on his own.
Towns can do the same.
Morant against Beasley. Hangs and hits in traffic. Morant with 6. Grizzlies back in front. We ride the seesaw here in an up and down first quarter. Towns double, turns and hits. Karl Anthony Towns with 9.
Great job with Towns to split the double to find the shot opportunity.
Morant, great find to Brandon Clark. Dribble penetration by Morant, making it happen. His third.